When working with your business process in Nintex Workflow Cloud, sometimes you'll have to send out a notification to users within your Nintex Workflow Cloud tenant or even outside your Nintex Workflow Cloud tenant. And to send off a notification where maybe you want to send an attachment or just some type of message to them, what I would recommend doing is using the send an email action. Located under the communications section, you'll see send an email. Simply drag and drop on the designer canvas, and then to configure this action, click on the action. From here, you'll see a couple of parameters to set in. First one's going to be the recipient email address. And so with the recipient email address, if you click on that value, what you can do is add a variable. And if you have a email address, maybe you collected it from a form, or maybe from an external start event, or maybe even metadata from somewhere else, you can use that value. Or if you want, you can simply just hard code a value in here. Now, if you noticed, if I didn't have a correct format for the email address, an error will come up showing you that it is an invalid format for that field, which luckily saves you from any errors for sending emails to an incomplete field. Now, the sender display name here is defaulted to nintex@workflowcloud.com. You can actually change that if you wanted to come from an internal organization from you. Maybe you have your own training program, or maybe you have an accounting or human resources alias you want to use for the sender display name. From there, you can also add your CC, BCC, and then you can build out your subject line. And with your subject line, it could be dynamic values too, where you can click on variable and then select from context variables as they relate within the context of the workflow, user-defined variables, even start event variables if some are created. And to do that, you can simply just choose that value and then click on it and click on insert, and then you'll be able to see that. Now, you also have the ability to do quicker ways of adding information into, which is going to be 2 brackets, and then that will bring the almost type ahead aspect of selecting your variables. And so you can see I hit 2 of those, and I have color choice come up. I can select that, and now that will be my subject line. Then I can go ahead and work on the message body. And there are a few simple styles that you can add to it for bold, italicized, underlined font, change the size of the font. You can add numbered lists or even bullet pointed lists. And you can all do that within this message body section here. Now, if you need a bigger message body section, simply click on this full screen button, and then that will bring out the modal window of the message body, and you can configure it within this screen. From there, you can also add variables, and once again, that could be any of the variables that you had as an option for subject to. And I'm not going to add any right now, but I'll just click on done, and we'll leave hello as the message body. And then if I need to add any file attachments, if I've collected them and stored them within a file variable type, I can simply add that variable within here and insert that within that field. And once I'm all done, simply just click outside of the config box for it, and now I can send notifications to those that are internal and external within this one business process, giving me the ability to share information with anyone at any point within this workflow. It's extremely powerful, and it will help you spread communication quickly.